Hello, I'm Kylie Gregor, and welcome to Bulldog Profiles. This series focuses on our new staff members here at RB for the 2015-2016 school year. Joining me on this edition is Mrs. Sheila Jercich. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
First of all, what we want to get a chance to do is tell our viewers at home a little bit about who you are and what you do for us here at RB. So can you give us an overview of your position here at the school?
Sure. So currently I'm the Director of Special Education. My position encompasses a number of different activities, including programming for students with special needs. I like to think of myself as a resource to teachers, to students, and to parents in the community. But my primary role is to help support students with special needs.
Great. And tell us a little bit about where you were before you joined us here at RB.
Okay, before I came to RB, I was a special education supervisor in Elmhurst Community Unit School District. I had oversight of special education programming throughout the district. So it was a very big job. I bounced from building to building throughout the day. And again, my primary role was just oversight of special education and really working with the staff and families in order to make sure programming was appropriate for our students.
Fantastic. And why did you get into education when you started out?
Well, when I started out and I was working on my bachelor's, I was working on my bachelor's in psychology. The study of human behavior was always very intriguing to me, especially as it applies to children and adolescents. So after I finished my bachelor's, I wanted to go on for my master's, and I learned a little bit about school psychology, and I decided to go in that direction. I was offered numerous opportunities for practicums and internships, and as soon as I got into the school buildings, I realized that's just where I wanted to be.
Oh, great. So what are your degrees in? What is your educational background?
My bachelor's is in psychology.
Okay.
I have a master's degree in school psychology and then a master's in educational administration.
All right. And tell us a little bit, think back, not too far back, but what was your first job out of college?
Oh my goodness. My first job out of college, I was a school psychologist because I went from my bachelor's to my master's. I was a school psychologist in Orland Park School District 135, and I worked at an elementary and a middle school. I was also the team leader, and that's really what prompted me to get into education. I always found myself in a leadership role, and I really enjoyed that. And the director of special education that I worked for in Orland Park really encouraged me to move on and get my educational administration.
Fantastic. Talk to me a little bit when you think about your day here at RB. Walk me through some of the highlights of a day for you at RB. I know it's probably different every day, but what are some of the high points of a day here at RB?
Well, every day is absolutely different, which I love. But what I really enjoy is hearing that bell go off first thing in the morning, and I like to get out into the hallways or go out to the buses and say good morning to the students. After that, I find myself oftentimes behind my computer for way too much time, answering emails and just doing the day-to-day kind of activities. I really enjoy getting into the classrooms and talking with the staff. IEP meetings are often on my agenda. So it's really every day is a different day, which is something I absolutely love about my position.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
What do you like most about RB? I know it's been not that long that you've been here, but so far, what do you like most?
I think the biggest change for me, and something that I've found to be absolutely wonderful, is the fact that I'm in one location. Throughout my career as a school psychologist and administrator, I've always been assigned to at least two buildings. Coming to the same place every day, it's like home, and being able to really get to know the students and talk with the kids, and working directly with my staff if we have something that we need to fine-tune or develop, I feel like we can really get some traction quickly.
Great. And you mentioned students. Talk to me for just a moment about the students here at RB. In your position, what is your perception overall of the student body at Riverside Brookfield?
You know, I think that the student body in general they're real kids, they're real people. They really want to know about you. The students in some of our programs, you know, they get really excited about things that they're doing in their classrooms. And they will come down to my office and share those things with me. I've had students who are just having a really difficult day and not knowing me very well have reached out to come and talk with me to kind of figure out a problem and a solution to a problem. So the students are just real people who are, you know, happy to be here and excited to learn more about me and more about what's going on in their classes.
Awesome. Do you have any final thoughts before we sign off? Any lasting words that you'd like to leave with us before we send you back to your computer screen for the rest of the day?
It's really not where I'm planning on going back to, but you know, I just have to say that the day I walked into this building, I felt like I was so welcome and supported by the administration and the teachers. Being new to such a big job, every time I pick up a piece of paper or answer the phone, there's a little research that goes behind figuring out what to do next. And I just can't, I'm just so overwhelmed by how great people have been.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you the best in the rest of your year here at Riverside Brookfield. We will see you next time on Bulldog Profiles. I'm Kylie Gregor. Thank you.